Welcome to ranking Genshin characters on a first date. This seems like such an obvious tier list idea. I can't believe I hadn't thought of this one before. Who's blabbering about their ex at the dinner table and who made their date swoon? Let's find out. Our categories today, starting up at the top. Perfect date, 10 out of 10. Date went fine, but they agree to be friends. Orders too much food and spends all their date's money. Says, I love you on the first date. Yammers the entire time. Third wheeling on someone else's date. Too nervous, can't talk. Has another date happening at the same time. Jumps out the window while taking a bathroom break, and they just never showed up. But before we get into it, still trying to decide what to buy your sweetheart for Valentine's Day, or you just want to indulge yourself? Good thing today's video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Tokyo Treat is a monthly subscription box featuring tasty, seasonal Japanese snacks and beverages you can experience from the comfort of your own home. Love is in the air this month with the Be My Valentine box, featuring tasty treats such as strawberry shortcake Kit Kat, it's kind of a tongue twister, Pokemon candy hearts, Pirikara spicy ramen, and many more. My personal most loved item in this box were these cutie pie donuts with their subtle maple flavor and covered in sweet, crunchy sugar crystals. If you'd like to read up on the ingredients and allergen details before you dig in, check out the cultural guide booklet for more info on all the included items, as well as interesting seasonal articles about life in Japan. And for those of you who'd prefer a more traditional snacking experience, their Sakura Co box contains 20 traditional and authentic artisan snack items, including tea and one special Japanese tableware item in every box. In this month's Valentine's Indulgence box, I received this gorgeous Kiko plate, a ceramic plate handcrafted by Gifu artisans. Sakura Co partners with local Japanese snack makers to share their culture and traditions with the rest of the world. You can read up on their customs and more detailed snack descriptions in the cultural guide booklet as well. This month's peach dorayaki, mini heart arare, chocolate Danish, and other sweet treats would all pair nicely with the soothing and rich Koko Sencha tea featured in this month's box. Want to try out your own Tokyo Treat or Sakura Co box? Use my special code to receive $5 off your first box, or click the link in the video description and pinned comment. I adore these boxes, and I look forward to opening them every month. If you're looking for a unique gift idea for Valentine's Day, I think these are a perfect option. Whether you're snacking on your own or indulging with someone else, I hope you enjoy. Thank you again to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Now let's get back to the ranking. VTuber model jump scare. I'm actually recording this tier list live on Twitch right now, so I'm using my model just to try it out. And if you want to watch these live too, go follow me on Twitch. Link in the description and pinned comment. I feel like Albedo would be a little bit awkward on a first date and not talk a whole lot, but he seems smooth to me, so I don't think he would totally mess it up. My first inclination is date went fine, but they agree to just be friends. El Hatham, he totally got talked into this date situation by Kaveh. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for you. Just go. I almost am inclined to put him in jumps out the window while taking a bathroom break. He goes to the bathroom to read. That is so true. Amber, I don't see anything going wrong here. She's a cutie patootie. She knows how to talk. She knows how to riz people up a little bit. I think this is like a good date. Oh no, Ito. Orders so much food and spends all their date's money. That feels like something that he would do and just not be aware that it's wrong to do that. And the date ends with him not realizing that there's beans in the dish that they ordered. You ordered a bean burrito. How did you not know that there's beans in it? I don't know. I just never really thought about it. You end up in the hospital at the end of your first date and you owe $1,000 to the dining establishment. Baiju. I think the date went fine with Baiju, but you kind of realize that you don't have as much in common with him as you thought. Little Miss Barbara. I can't envision her going on many dates in the first place, but if she did, I think it would go fine and they would just decide to be friends. Beidou. Ooh, do you think she has another date happening at the same time? Uh-oh. She is on a date with somebody, but in the other room, Ningguang. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna say no to free drinks, but she is loyal to her bae. Bennett is the king of third wheeling on somebody else's date. I don't know who this other couple is, but he's like awkwardly sitting there. Can I join too? And then he just like does not read the room that they're on a date right now. Candace again doesn't really seem too interested in dating in general. I'm gonna say date went fine but agrees to be friends. I don't see anything really bad happening here. It just is kind of neutral. Chongyun maybe never shows up in the first place. So he gets overstimulated easily. He doesn't want to be in the hustle and bustle of like a restaurant. He would be far too nervous and would be be sick. You guys convinced me. I'm gonna leave him in too nervous, can't talk. Kale is yammering about Amber and giving her date like the wrong impression. She gives the date the ick because she keeps talking about like her ex or like some other person she's interested in and just doesn't pick up on the idea that you're not supposed to do that. Sino, him and Al-Haytham like meet in the bathroom and like jump out the window concurrently. Oh, the jokes. The jokes, you're right. All right, you know what? Sumeru, they're representing the chatty Cathy's up here. Dia, okay, Dia feels like she would be good on a date. Dia, I think, would be fun. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't see any red flags here. Diluc, hot take. I think the date went okay. He's a civil guy, you know, he's polite. I don't think he's interested. He was civil and it was fine, but at the end he was honest and he was like, look, like I am not interested in this right now. I think we should be friends. Eula, I think is yammering, but in like an aggressive way. Maybe she's like complaining, going through her revenge list and explaining each person on it and why. She has like a scroll that she just unfurls at the dining room table. Faru's on. All right, another. We got a lot more in this category than I thought we were gonna have. She is yammering as well. Official also. She's gonna, you know, I'm gonna put her at the top. She's gonna be the queen of this category as we have it right now. Her date is gonna jump out the bathroom window instead. Fremine, oh, little Fremine. I feel like he's probably too nervous and can't talk. Ganyu. Maybe she doesn't show up at all because she's busy and she just like forgot she had a date in the first place. Ooh, what about Goro first says I love you on the first date? Is that too bold? Yeah, he's got like golden retriever energy. Ooh, Hu Tao. Third wheeling Zhongli. Wait, that's kind of funny.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but have anyone ever considered pre-purchasing your coffin plan? It'll save you a lot of money.
Jean also needs to be cut a break. She's also an overworked queen. Yeah, I'm gonna say she never really showed up in the first place. She's not all too interested. Kazuha, I think he'd be a perfect date contender personally. He's poetic, he's sweet, he's gentlemanly. Mr. Kaya, well. Here's my take. Kaya is either perfect on a date because he knows what he's doing, or he has another date happening at the same time because he knows what he's doing a little too well. You know what I'm saying? I think if you go on a date with Kaya, you understand that you are not the only girl going on a date with Kaya or the only guy. Ayaka, I don't know, she just seems inexperienced to me. So I don't know if it would be a perfect date because it would just be a little awkward. So we're gonna put her under date went fine but agrees to be friends. Ayato, on the other hand, we're gonna put Ayato under a perfect date 10 out of 10. He's got the coin. He's gonna go all out and have like a lavish first date with somebody. I can see it. Kaveh, is he complaining the entire time about his roommate Al-Haytham? And you're kind of like, are you guys, is this your ex? Like, who's Al-Haytham? Kaching just wouldn't show up. Yeah. For Karara, we're gonna put her up in date went fine, but agrees to be friends. Sara, uh-oh. Third wheel on A and Yai Miko's date. I need to make sure everything's in order here. Shinobu is third wheeling Ito's date and also putting too much money on his dates tab. The gang is like 12 wheeling Ito's date because they're so excited that he has a date in the first place. Come on guys, free food, let's go. And his date's like, what did I get myself into? Layla potentially never showed up because she was snoozing, or she had like an exam that day and just like didn't show up. I don't think she would go. Lisa, I kind of like this one. Orders too much food and spends all their dates' money. If she talks somebody into taking her out and she's like, I'm gonna warn you now, like it's gonna be an expensive one, and they're like, oh, you're worth it, queen, she would go so she doesn't have to cook that night, and she brings the leftovers home for Jean and Klee. All right, Lenny, he's chatty but he still makes you have a good time. Magic trick, but he takes your credit card. Lynette, third wheeling on someone else's date probably, and she's with Lenny just because like they aren't apart. Mika, too nervous, can't talk, most likely. That is what I am feeling from this one. He is stammering, stumbling over his words. Mona, we all know where homegirl is going. Orders too much food and spends all their dates' money. Ooh, Nouvelette. He seems like he would be that guy who like asks you a lot of questions about you, but he's not yapping. He's letting you talk. And you know, what they say. When people let you do the talking, you like them more. So I'm gonna say perfect date, 10 out of 10. Nilu. I'm personally feeling date went fine, but agrees to be friends. But I feel like she's a little bit on the shy side. Ningguang. I feel like she would never show up, and she would either send somebody in her place to go on the date for her.
Sorry I can't show up, but Monica here, she'll take you out instead.
And Monica has Ningguang's credit card, so she'll pay. Or she just like doesn't go and kind of ghosts you. She doesn't show up, but she makes it up to you. Noelle is super courteous, and I think she would take her date out on a picnic or something, but she's shy, so I feel like she would also be a date went fine, but agrees to be friends. Miss A orders too much food and spends all their date's money. She is ordering all the sweets, all the dongo milk. Because she was shut off, she doesn't have as much concept of money. What's that quote from Arrested Development? Go buy yourself a banana. What do you need, $10? She keeps adding things to her cart, and they're like, ma'am, that's gonna be $1,000. Razor. I kind of like the says I love you on the first date, and that's so funny considering Goro, the other kind of dog-like guy, is the other one in I love you. Rosaria. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think she ever showed up. Kokomi. Swan diving like a dolphin out of the bathroom window so she can go home. Shenhe. Yeah, I don't think Shenhe's showing up either. Ooh, Heizo. Okay, he would make the date fun. He's got some riz. I feel like he'd be a gentleman. He would be a 10 out of 10. I'm putting him up there in perfect date. Sucrose. Let's put Sucrose in Too Nervous Can't Talk. Now, when we were making these categories, I was asking chat, do we really need has another date happening at the same time? Is that necessary? Who's in this category? And everyone's just screaming, child, child, child. So if he's not the king of this category, I don't know who's gonna be. Tartaglia has 10 dates lined up on a Sunday afternoon. This is standard practice for him. Toma. Another perfect date? Another 10 out of 10? The only negative I'm foreseeing is if he gets like why did I almost just say a BDSM flare-up? What is it called? An IBS flare-up. What if he gets an IBS flare-up in the middle of the date? But I think it'd be okay. So we're gonna put Toba in perfect date, 10 out of 10. Look, it's an acronym with a B in it, okay? All right, Tignati. I think he's blabbing. He's talking about plants. He's talking about science. Okay, so this tier list likes to condense the travelers into one picture. Third wheeling together. That's kind of funny. It's like a cycle. It's like a circle. It's snake eating its own tail. They're third wheeling because they're, as a unit on the tier list, they are third wheeling each other's dates.
Venti the Bard.
We're gonna say orders too much food and spends all their dates' money, except it's alcohol. Drinking up a storm. All right, here's another good one. We got Wanderer Scaramouche. Jumps out the window while taking a bathroom break. Flies into the sunset with his giant hat billowing in the wind. Nahida made him go on the date in the first place.
It'll be good for you.
Ricely the Riz Lord. Chat is telling me that the Riz Lord is a perfect date 10 out of 10, so that is where he will go. Chungling. Chungling is a perfect date, for sure. Xiao. We're gonna have to assume that this is now the traveler, because that's not fair. With anybody else, Xiao is worthlessing his way out the windowsill. Why are him and Scaramouche literally always in the same category in my tier list? It is destiny. It's fate. They bumped into each other in the men's room and they're like,
are you leaving a date too?
Xingqiu. To oppose Chongyun's Too Nervous Can't Talk, we're gonna put Xingqiu in Yammers the entire time. The perfect dynamic, really. Jinyan. Also perfect date 10 out of 10. She would probably invite her date to a rock show and they would have so much fun. Okay, Yai Miko. I can 100% see her ordering so much food and spending the date's money for sure because of that trailer of hers, right? Like trying out all the restaurant food, wanting to critique everything. Or I was gonna say has another date happening at the same time for the same reason, but just like a different spin on it. Like she has one date at this restaurant and then she has another date at this restaurant and she's like racking up the tab with both of them. That being said, because it sort of covers both of those, I'm gonna put her under has another date happening at the same time, and she is charging their credit card at both of these dates. Yanfei. I'm not even gonna defer to the chat on this one. I'm just gonna place her in Yammers the entire time and wait. This one does not even need to be debated. Yelan. On another date with multiple people to get the good information. Only once in a while, if it's for a case. Girls got hustle. Yoimiya, 10 out of 10 perhaps? Hosts a fireworks show. Again, with like the entertainment, the good conversation. We're gonna put Yoimiya up in 10 out of 10 perfect date. Yoonjin, another performer. A different vibe. Yeah, Yoonjin is friend-shaped. We're gonna put her in date went fine, but agrees to be friends at the end. Mr. Zhongli Dongli orders too much food and spends all their dates' money. Bro, why are all the archons up here? What's going on? In order to be an archon, you must become one with the cheapskate energy. Next up, we have Charlotte. Yeah, we're gonna put Charlotte up in the yapping category as well. It's not a date, it's an interview. So true. Chevreuse. All right, Chevreuse, we're gonna put her in orders too much food and spends all their date's money. Girl is snacking, okay? She's saving some for later. She's shoving it in her pocket. What's that scene from Napoleon Dynamite where he's like shoving tater tots in his pocket for later? Now, I don't want us to be biased because we want to put another archon in the food category. However, look, Farina also likes delicious foods, and she also seems like she does not appreciate the value of $1. Another archon gets added to ordering too much food and spends all their date's money. Farina is ordering all the tasty treats as well. 100%. 4 for 4. We've done it. We've done it. And last but not least, we have Miss Navia. Navia is going up into perfect 10 out of 10. She got the macarons. She's paying for the food. I feel like you'd have good conversations with her. She's fun. Perfect date, 10 out of 10. Well, this is our first date list. Okay, let me defer to the chat really quick. If anybody wants to make a play to move anybody, now's your chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, chat has voted. We are gonna move Linny to says I love you on the first date, up from yammering the entire time. Okay. All right, so my live chat has voted. We are going to leave everybody else where they are. So wait. Who is out of these perfect dates up here? Who do you think is the best? Who is the best 10 out of 10 date that's gonna get placed at the top of the category? Toma, Kazuha, Toma. We're gonna vote. It's American Idol, baby. All right, chat has also voted. Toma is going to be our best perfect date, 10 out of 10. Move, Amber. Dude. So Toma is gonna go to the top of the category. He is chat's voted best first date out of all of the Genshin characters. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. If you want to join in on a future live stream of a tier list recording, be sure to go follow me over on Twitch. I've left a link in the description and the pinned comment. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.